Here we have a Schuco Elektro Radiant 5600 plane in the Swiss Air motif. This is not the original vintage made in Western Germany copy, or original I should say. This is a copy made in China for Schuco. The advantage of that is it has newer materials, they wear better, the technology and design is a little bit superior than that of the older German one because of the materials they had at the time and technology. This particular one is a reproduction, but it works quieter, it's smoother, it's faster, everything's better about it except for the fact it's not original, which is a big difference. Anyways, as you can see, this has the original box, and when you flip it on its back here, like that, made in China. Most things are made in China today. You have the barcode on the bottom, which again shows you it's a repro, not an original one made in Western Germany. And here you have the article number 00217. And the vintage one is just known as the Schuco 5600 Radiant plane. The original one, as well as the reproduction one, they have all different airlines of the era. They have KLM, they have Hong Kong Airlines, they have the Royal, they call it the Royal Dutch, I think it is, or the Princess, that's what I'm thinking of. But anyways, they have 5 or 6 different airlines, motifs, and again, this particular one is Swiss Air. We're gonna open it up, and you can see the sleeve and the cover, it's just a reproduction thereof. And this is the new box. It's done very similar to the older box. It's paper wrapped. As you can see, it's got a little textured linen type material on it, which is very unique. Unfortunately, it does fade. It's very susceptible to getting water stains, and it does have a tendency to peel because of the fact it's just layered paper on a chipboard. You see there's nothing on the bottom, whereas the sleeve has all that material. And another dead giveaway is the interior. You can see it has a beautiful plastic liner. Which protects the plane, and the props are well protected with this plastic liner. Here you have 2 light bulbs, I'll get into that more, with another updated steering cable. But here you have the certificate of authenticity and the limited edition. They only made 1,000 of these, and this particular model was made in 2008. I've been told that they make 1,000 every year of every airline. So there's about 6,000 a year of these they make, and they're continuing to do it. I don't know if they're still doing that now. They're very expensive models. They're beautiful, but you get the certificate, which is the original. With it, you also get the quality control certificate. This was the first time I've actually opened this, and the first time I'm going to start it, or should I say run it. Here is the modified new directions. And I say modified because the original ones are probably 4 times as long as this. So they condensed it, they made it easier, and it is again 2-sided. So you can see how it works. And we'll get into that in 1 second. Now we're going to remove the plastic cover and pull the airline out, the plane out. There we have it. I'm going to grab a light bulb first because I'm going to put the light bulb in it, and it should work identical to the vintage ones, which is once you put the batteries in, the light bulb should light. You don't have to power it up, which is a really good reminder for you to take the batteries out so they don't leak inside the plane and cause it to rust, rot, and fall apart. So here's the original plane. Gonna put the box to the side. As you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. There should be nothing, no scratches, no wear. It spent its entire life since 2008 in the box. I've owned this for over 10 years. And if you know me, I just threw it in a corner and walked away. It's in beautiful shape. Again, it's a Swiss Air. You have the 2 pilots of the glass dome, plastic really. It's perfect shape. Here in the front, this nose here, is where you stick the manual steering cable. And when you turn it, the front wheels actually turn with the cable. you can see you have the start, stop, automatic, and non-stop. What that does is when you put it to the automatic level, that turns the props on one at a time. For example, when you go automatic, hit start, prop 1 will spin for about 5 to 7 seconds. Then prop 2 will take over 5 to 7 seconds. Then 3, until all 4 of them spinning at the same time. And there's a section in the battery compartment, which I'll show you in a minute, which divides the 2 batteries. The reason why it does that is because during that process I just mentioned, it takes 1 battery. And then you'll hear the engine speed up, and that's when it engages the drive and takes off. The automatic one will just let it run for about 20 seconds on the ground, then it will stop rolling. It will idle down again to 1 battery, and then prop 4 will shut off, followed by 3, followed by 2, followed by 1, and then you can shut the power off and start up at that cycle again. The non-stop is if you're using the steering cable. So you can walk it and change it from room to room, and it doesn't fly. It stays on the ground and rolls. So let's take a look at the underside, and you can see right off the bat, it does say replica. That's because it is. But here's your Schuco Radiant 5600. Up front is your battery compartment. And this is why I grabbed a little light bulb, because believe it or not, even standard batteries today are rechargeable. And what you can do is you charge it in here, or you stick in the light bulb. I'm going to stick the light bulb in. It does not screw, just simply push it. Now it should work when the second battery is in place. That should light. When you're done using it, that should stay lit. That's your reminder to take the batteries out, so you don't, again, deal with any corrosion down the road. So we're going to put the 2 batteries in. We're going to unlock it here, then lift up the plate with a little bit of a fingernail. It takes 2 size D batteries, which are not included. And this is what I was talking about, this little panel right here. So what you do is you stick in 1 battery, and you got to make sure it's in all the way and up. I notice this is a little bit shorter than the original version. So it's going to be a little difficult to get the second battery in. I'm going to have to leverage it against my belly and hold it. So I'm going to hold it in, take the second battery, and slide it in. Oh, I just saw the light pop out. There it is, the light's working, so we do have power. The battery's in correctly, I hope. We won't find that out until we power it up. If you, at this stage, if you turn it around, turn it on, and it doesn't work, that's because you messed up this piece in the middle. Just simply turn it around, take it apart, put the batteries back in it, give an extra care to that centerpiece, making sure it divides the 2 batteries. Put the battery compartment back on, lock it up. Now it's ready to run. What I'm going to do is leave it in place. I'm going to lift up the rear end so the front tire holds all the weight. And the back tires will spin, but I will not put it down because I want to show you the sequence of how the props engage from 1 to 4 and then disengage from 4 to 1. So we're going to put it on automatic, and I'm going to hit start, and you'll hear it. It's very quiet, but it should run, and it should go through its entire sequence. I will drop the ass in and let it roll a little forward, but then I will put it on the ground behind me and let it go through its entire cycle a couple of times. So now we're going to start her up, and you can hear it. This prop should spin first, followed by, we'll call that number 1, followed by number 2, followed by number 3, and then 4. And then you'll hear the engine gain noise, which is speed and power. That's the second battery engaging. And that's when it goes into the drive mode, where the plane actually rolls, or taxis, if you will, on the ground. So we're waiting for number 4, which is right there. And it will gain full strength in 1 second. There it is. Now you're going to hear it speed up. And you'll hear it click. There it is. Now it's engaging. So if I put it down, it will roll. I don't want to do it because it's going to jump off the counter. But we're going to wait till it slows down again. And then it will shut off engine 4, followed by shutting down engine 3, 2, 1. Now I put it down. And we're going to shut it off. Then engine 1 stops. There it is. Okay, so now I'm going to put it on the ground behind me. And I don't know about the new instructions because I haven't read them. But with the older instructions, I read them years ago. It states, have the plane do clockwise turns. That's because the power wheel, if you turn it left, it will just go straight. So let's put it down on the ground and we'll watch it do circles in and out of the sun. And you can see the light went off, but it's still lit when you push it in a little bit. We're gonna put it down. You can see how it lights the ground perfectly. And we're gonna engage it. And we'll watch 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one, which is pretty quick. Number 2. Here comes number 3. And lastly 4, and then again it will gain speed and power. That's that divider between the 2 batteries. It's installed correctly. And here we go. My fault. Got to straight all the way. You can see, it turns perfectly this way. It sort of went straight the other way, but this is the way it's left counterclockwise. I'm sorry, not clockwise. My mistake. Anyways, the engines are going to shut down one at a time. Now it's idling and it's going to start up all over again. And we'll let it go through its cycle one more time. So this is the reproduction model of the 5600. It's made fully out of tin. Using the same design, just newer components, some newer technology, throw trust in there. Newer material, stronger, lighter material. And here's number 4. And it's got to go drop. You can see it works perfectly. And if you have the steering cable in it, you can even go left, right, straight, however. But this is the automatic phase. And when it shuts down again, we'll shut it off, power it down. There goes 4, 3. And there you have it. A perfectly working Schuco Reproduction 5600 in the Swiss air motif for your pleasure. Thank you for your time and consideration.